In today's video, we are going to do a Q1 recap. I will be kind of breaking down each section. So basically going through the year, the planet, and then the element. That way you have a better understanding of what we've discussed. Some more literal and some a little bit more on the metaphorical sense of the fire element. So to begin, what we talked about with 2025 is that 2025 is going to be the feng shui of humanity. It might trigger some people in the collective. As far as triggering goes, we're always going to get triggered in this journey on earth because it comes with the territory, right? We would not be on earth if we weren't going to experience some shape or form of the opposite side of the coin, and that's just due to some of the lessons that we are being kind of guided to learn, if you will. Anything that comes back this year to sort of revisit you is coming back to shift things up, shake things up, maybe make things a little bit uncomfortable so that you can find the comfortability within yourself and not in the external circumstance and not in the thing that triggers you, but in the solace of how you've worked through those things in the past and how you're perfectly capable to move through such change now. We also talked about how 2025 is going to call, the collective to step into speaking truth. So whether it's you individually speaking your truth in your own life or collectively in terms of the systems in the world stage. So what is done in the dark will always come to light, and 2025 is that light. Phoenix rising from the ashes energy. So really the shift and change is meant to happen. It's due. And even if we've all gone through lessons of love and loss, and we all each will continue to experience degrees of those two lessons on earth, we'll also all be given an opportunity to assess that relationship with ourselves, that relationship with our creation. Every lesson might be universal for humanity, but the degree to which it presents itself is going to be different, obviously, because we've all grown up in different kind of spaces and places, if you will, different perception points. So the way in which that connection with creation might look different person to person, country to country, but it's going to come through there's so many things happening around you. How do you feel? Let's check in. How do you feel with your creation? And I think a lot of that has to also do with the planetary alignment. So, the moon affects the tides of an ocean. Of course, it's going to affect us. Every full moon, it affects a human being to some extent. And obviously, depending on what sign the moon is in and what sign your moon is in has a lot more to do with it. There's different specifics and nuances, but overall, what we're seeing is that connection to that source energy, to the astronomical aspect of quantum space, if you will. And so people will be called in 2025 to connect with themselves in a different and deeper way than they have in the past. Now let's talk about the fire element, okay? Because this was the main theme of Q1. Warmth, light, maybe protection, and the ability to use fire to cook our food. Also, today, a lot of the technology that exists is because of the element of fire, because fire is still being used to power electricity, to power these machines in manufacturing plants, etc. It went from something that was used as a basic need to something that's used in everyday life for some of the technologies and creations that humanity has made today. We also talked about how fire is used in a sense of ritual, ceremonial aspect. We talked about how fire is connected to the sacral because fire energy is connected to pleasure, playfulness, creativity, to passion. That's the big buzzword, passion. And so is the sacral chakra. Energy can never be created or destroyed. It just can be transformed. So that's really what that fire element represents, is that transformation, something burning down and leaving your life, whether quite literally physically or metaphysically, in the esoteric astral sense, is both in direct relation with the phoenix rising from the ashes. So the phoenix is rising from something, transforming. It is a direct rebirth of something that was gone. Some quick points that will help you this year in terms of knowing how to manifest, how to call in your goals, and really the importance of taking action, especially in this first season of the zodiac year, Aries season, is knowing your Mars placement, which comes from knowing your time of birth. It can let you know how you essentially get mad, how you kind of take action. We talked in a few videos about the planet Mars, and I provided astrological examples for each sign through groups and the individual sign. Mars energy also talks about the importance of being bold, taking risks, confidence, courage, trusting yourself. A few things about manifesting using Mars energy: set clear and bold intentions, take consistent action, embody confidence and courage, take risks, visualization of the Mars fire energy in that color scheme, red, orange, yellow. We talked about that, how powerful visualization is. We also discussed in another video about affirmations with Mars. I am powerful, I am fearless, I take bold action towards my goals. And lastly, Mars energy 2025 in the element of fire is really about releasing what no longer serves you. With 2025, Mars energy and also the fire element, we have what it takes in 2025 to each individually grow within ourselves and to really learn what it means to tap into that aspect of passion and fiery energy, seeing that more shadowy aspect of who you are. So not suppressing your grief, not suppressing your feelings and your emotions when you get triggered or, when you experience loss, not suppressing your emotions when you get angry or upset, but really allowing yourself to feel those emotions and allowing yourself to kind of be confident in the way that you express that, being okay with being bold in who you are, confident in who you are, and taking risks. And so you will be rewarded this year by really taking courageous action, being consistent, and setting those goals, those intentions for yourself. And you don't really need to have all the answers, but with some of the tools that we've discussed this past 3 months, you have what it takes. I believe you do. We'll be talking about Earth energy later this week, and then of course, through the rest of the month of June. And I'm excited for you guys. I think that there's so much gold from this sort of year's curriculum here at School of the Ascending. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube as well. And I hope that you are taking notes. And if you aren't right now, please do, because this class is in session. This is some serious stuff that I think will be so beneficial for each and every one of us who are ready to tap more into our creation and use the aspects of creation, astronomy, our physical world to help us actually connect with ourselves and improve our life every day and make sure that we are also in a good, positive, healthy mental state. So I send you all so much love and light. It was a pleasure to serve you in this video and throughout the last 3 months. Turn notifications on for more content later in the week. And until next time, go and grow.